I wrote 101 emails. Hashtag how to eat at weddings for me. And I started my own catering company. It was called Say Chef. Goila Butter Chicken was a hashtag on Twitter.
And today, I feel honored to be introducing to you an embodiment of entrepreneurship, a social media celebrity, and India's super chef, Saransh Goila.
Very good morning, Coimbatore. Okay, how about we do a little exercise? Because he's really tried making you guys speak or interact with the audience. When I say butter chicken, you say butter chicken. And we'll get this for our little social media. Okay? So we just have to say it. And it goes on my IG feed. We will do this. Butter chicken! In my home, I come from a very sort of old-fashioned neighborhood in Delhi. If you've seen any Bollywood movies where they show you Delhi boys, I might turn out to be one of them. And growing up, food was a very important part of our family. Hashtag how to eat at weddings for me. Because every wedding that I would turn up at, they would wait for me. That this 16-year-old boy will eat everything in this buffet and give us a review after he's had this food. So I think it started for me at a very young age. I used to love to cook. I used to love to eat. But how did I fall in love with cooking? My grandfather said that, you know, I see all the boys out in the park playing cricket while you are in the kitchen bellowing rotis. So there is definitely something to explore here. Why don't you enroll in a hospitality course? So he was quite a visionary like that. After this, taking a call with my parents that I'm going to go to a hospitality school, I trained to become a chef. I graduated. I went to the Leela group of hotels where I trained as a chef for a couple of years. I quit my job and my dad was very upset with me. He's like, I spent so much money in your education and why are you quitting your job? But I quit my job and I told him that in the hotel, they don't understand me. I want to create a legacy brand in India. So I shifted back to Delhi and I started my own catering company. It was called Say Chefs. And we would only do modern Indian food. This was back in 2010 when modern Indian food nobody would speak about. That was the first venture where I loaned 5 lakhs from my dad and I invested it into my catering company. And within a year of starting that catering company, it shut. So that was my first failure. So I've planned to give it to him on his 60th birthday. I'll do that. So what happens with these failures is they start to take a toll on you. And it definitely took a heavy toll on me. I started to think that I was not capable enough. How many people in this room have seen Gadar? And my dad runs a hand pump factory. So he made me watch Gadar. And he's like, you can make these hand pumps with me. And I was like, no, Dad, I am meant to make food, not hand pumps. But then I went to his factory for 6 months after I failed as a caterer and a chef. And in 6 months, he realized that it was not my cup of tea. How many people know Chef Sanjeev Kapoor in this room? Let's give him a round of applause, guys. A legend, really. As in India's first celebrity chef, somebody who really transformed the world of cooking, somebody who made chefs being cool, good as an artist, like a cricketer would be, or an actor would be, or a painter would be. So why not become a chef? And he shaped up our hopes and dreams. So he gave me this opportunity because I wrote 101 emails to Chef Sanjeev Kapoor and his team. They immediately shortlisted me to be on this reality show, which was before MasterChef. It was called Maha Challenge, and before MasterChef India was born. So when I was 24, I got selected into sort of an Indian master chef called Maha Challenge, and I went on to win Maha Challenge as a 23-year-old kid. So this post was one of my first posts on Instagram that did really well, where in Delhi we celebrate, even all across India we celebrate Navratras. But on the 8th day, which we call Ashtami, we make this beautiful kala chana, halwa, puri, and there's a little 100-rupee note. And I decided to become a full-time content creator or a social media creator, where my job was to share stories about food. This journey then led me to becoming an entrepreneur, because you can't run your house on stories, you have to make money. So how did Goila butter chicken come to life? Well, it's a very interesting story. I just shared with you that I traveled all across India, but my heart sort of settled at home. As a chef who hails from a small place in Delhi, and I said, I'm going to sell dosas. People would not believe me as much, but if I told them I'm here to sell butter chicken, they would believe me, because they look at you a certain way, they think about you at a certain way. So I think I used my personality to connect with the dish. Goila butter chicken was a hashtag on Twitter, and it became a brand. A shout out on Twitter. So two of the friends who came at one of these pop-ups packed dabbas and they took it with them. And next day, they fed it to Priyanka Chopra and Nargis Fakhri and Uday Chopra. It was like a gang of Bollywood celebrities who ate this butter chicken. And all of them, out of the kindness of their hearts, or because they were so full and happy, they tweeted about this butter chicken. You have to create, you have to go out and promote, you have to then hustle, and then things start coming to you. Look at things a certain way. And when I say they look at things a certain way, by that I mean they just tend to look outside the box. So if you do that, no matter what you become in your life, you will find some form of success. So yeah, all the best, and congratulations to all the young ones.
Check. What is the right food to eat? What's the right oil to put in your this thing? Healthy?
So there are two approaches that I look at diet. One is the generic approach that everyone can follow in their life. So for me, that would be the most wholesome diet. A big portion of dal, 2 sabzis, 1 raw salad, some dahi, a bit of rice or roti, whatever you prefer, and makes for a brilliant diet. No fuss there.
What are the foods you should avoid from your side?
Oh, okay. Foods to avoid is a long list. I am also now 35. So my list of things to avoid has grown. But, I think sugar, if you consume in the right quantity and give your body sugar breaks, is what I do. I eat sugar 2 days a week. Like it's not even cheat days. I just try and think, because chini goes in everything in our life. In our coffee, in our tea, in our dahi also. Like people put sugar everywhere, because we are so sweet.